7 Stages of Spiritual Awakening, written and published by Ngasline. A spiritual awakening is a profound transformation of consciousness that forever changes how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. It's like waking up from a dream and realizing that what we thought was real was merely an illusion. This journey of awakening is deeply personal, yet it follows universal patterns that have been documented across cultures and throughout history. Many people mistakenly believe that spiritual awakening is always a blissful experience, filled with light, love, and immediate enlightenment. While these elements may be present, the reality is often more complex and challenging. It's a process of dismantling old belief systems, facing uncomfortable truths, and experiencing intense emotional and physical symptoms. Some experience it as a gentle unfolding, while others undergo dramatic shifts that shake the very foundation of their reality. The signs of spiritual awakening can manifest in various ways. You might find yourself questioning the meaning of life more deeply than ever before. The activities and relationships that once brought you satisfaction may suddenly feel empty or meaningless. You could experience heightened sensitivity to energy, emotions, and environments. Many people report unusual physical symptoms like tingling sensations, changes in sleep patterns, or inexplicable bursts of energy. Synchronicities often increase during this time, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. You might notice recurring numbers, symbols, or patterns that catch your attention. Your dreams may become more vivid and meaningful, and you might develop an increased interest in spiritual or metaphysical topics that never interested you before. A key aspect of spiritual awakening is the dissolution of the ego-based identity. This can be particularly challenging, as it often involves recognizing that much of what we believed about ourselves and our place in the world was based on conditioning and false assumptions. You might experience a growing sense of separation from your old self, while simultaneously feeling more connected to everything around you. The awareness that emerges during spiritual awakening can't be unlearned or reversed. Once you begin to see the deeper reality behind the material world, your perspective permanently shifts. This can create tension with friends and family who haven't experienced similar revelations. You might feel lonely or misunderstood as you navigate this new territory. Understand that spiritual awakening isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming more authentically yourself. As layers of conditioning fall away, your true nature emerges. This process reveals innate qualities of compassion, wisdom, and connection that were always present but hidden beneath social programming and emotional wounds. True spiritual awakening also brings a deep sense of responsibility. As you become more conscious, you naturally want to act with greater awareness and consideration for the impact of your choices. This isn't about perfection or following rigid spiritual rules, but rather about living with increased authenticity and alignment with your highest truth. The journey of spiritual awakening isn't linear, nor does it have a final destination. It's a continuous unfolding that brings both challenges and gifts. Each person's experience is unique, yet we share common threads that connect us in this universal human experience of waking up to our true nature. Understanding these fundamentals provides a foundation for navigating the profound changes that lie ahead on the spiritual path. Stage 1. The Awakening Trigger. A spiritual awakening rarely announces itself gently. Instead, it often crashes into our lives like a tidal wave, completely disrupting our carefully constructed reality. This initial stage typically begins with what many call a trigger, a profound event or realization that shatters our existing worldview and forces us to question everything we thought we knew. These triggers can manifest in countless ways. For some, it might be a near-death experience that provides a glimpse behind the veil of ordinary reality. Others might encounter their trigger through the loss of a loved one, which opens their eyes to the deeper mysteries of existence. Sometimes, it's a seemingly mundane moment, watching a sunset, holding a newborn baby, or experiencing an inexplicable synchronicity, that suddenly takes on profound spiritual significance and initiates the awakening process. The awakening trigger often coincides with what mystics and spiritual teachers have long called the dark night of the soul. This intense period of spiritual crisis feels like being stripped bare of all familiar reference points. You might find yourself questioning your career path, relationships, beliefs, and even your fundamental identity. The solid ground you once stood upon becomes quicksand, and the comfortable narratives that explained your life no longer make sense. During this stage, many people experience intense physical and emotional symptoms. Sleepless nights become common as your mind struggles to process this radical shift in perspective. You might feel inexplicably anxious or depressed, experience unusual body sensations, or find yourself crying for no apparent reason. These symptoms aren't signs of something going wrong. They're actually indicators that your consciousness is expanding beyond its previous limitations. The awakening trigger often brings a powerful sense of isolation. Friends and family might not understand the profound changes you're experiencing. You may feel like you're going crazy or wonder if you're the only person who has ever felt this way. This feeling of separation, though painful, serves an important purpose. It creates space for your authentic self to emerge from beneath years of social conditioning and inherited beliefs. This stage can be particularly challenging because it often involves facing our shadow aspects, the parts of ourselves we've denied or repressed. Old wounds surface, demanding attention and healing. Relationships might become strained as you begin to outgrow old patterns and dynamics. Your previous sources of comfort and distraction may lose their appeal, leaving you feeling vulnerable and exposed. Yet within this upheaval lies the seed of tremendous transformation. The awakening trigger, though often painful, is actually a profound gift, an invitation to step into a larger version of yourself. It's the universe's way of shaking you awake from the slumber of ordinary consciousness and guiding you toward a more authentic and meaningful existence. The key to navigating this stage is to remain as open and accepting as possible, even when it feels overwhelming. Rather than fighting against the changes or trying to return to your previous state of consciousness, allow yourself to be transformed by the experience. Trust that the dissolution of your old world is making space for something far more real and meaningful to emerge. The intensity of this stage will pass. Like a caterpillar entering its chrysalis, the confusion and disorientation you're experiencing are necessary steps in your metamorphosis. The awakening trigger isn't meant to break you. It's meant to break you open, creating space for your true nature to emerge. Stage 2. Questioning everything. Once the initial awakening trigger has occurred, we enter a profound phase of questioning everything we've ever known or believed. This stage can feel both liberating and terrifying as our previously stable worldview begins to crumble. The certainties we once held dear start dissolving, and we find ourselves examining every aspect of our lives with new eyes. During this phase, many people experience a deep sense of disconnection from their previous beliefs, whether religious, cultural, or personal. The questions that arise seem endless. Why am I here? What is the purpose of life? Are my beliefs truly mine, or have they been inherited from family, society, and culture? This questioning extends beyond philosophical pondering. It seeps into every corner of our existence, from our career choices to our relationships, from our daily habits to our long-term goals. The process of challenging our belief systems can be particularly intense when we begin to recognize how much of our personality and life choices have been shaped by conditioning. We might suddenly realize that our career path was chosen to please our parents, our religious beliefs were inherited without question, or our lifestyle choices were made to fit societal expectations rather than our true desires. Breaking free from conditioning requires courage and honesty. As we peel back layers of societal programming, we often discover that many of our fears, limitations, and self-doubts were installed by others. This realization can bring anger, grief, or a sense of lost time, but it also opens the door to authentic self-discovery. The examination of life purpose becomes particularly poignant during this stage. Many people find themselves unable to continue with their current life path once they've begun questioning deeply. A successful executive might suddenly feel empty despite their achievements. A parent might question whether they're living authentically while raising their children. A religious person might start seeing beyond the confines of their faith's doctrine. This stage often brings periods of isolation as we struggle to relate to others who haven't begun this questioning process. Conversations with family and friends might feel superficial or frustrating as we grapple with deeper existential questions, while others remain focused on everyday concerns. This separation, though challenging, is often necessary for our growth. The process of questioning everything serves as a crucial clearing phase, making space for new understanding to emerge. As we release outdated beliefs and examine our conditioned responses, we create room for authentic insights and genuine self-discovery. This stage, while potentially uncomfortable, is essential for developing true wisdom and self-knowledge. Recognize that questioning doesn't mean rejecting everything wholesale. Instead, it's about examining each belief, habit, and assumption consciously, then choosing what truly resonates with our authentic selves. Some traditional beliefs and practices might still hold value, but now they're embraced through choice rather than blind acceptance. This stage of questioning calls for patience and self-compassion. The process of examining every aspect of our lives can feel overwhelming, and it's natural to experience confusion, doubt, and uncertainty. Yet this very discomfort signals that meaningful transformation is occurring. By staying present with our questions and remaining open to new possibilities, we allow our authentic truth to gradually emerge from the dissolution of our former certainties. The questioning stage ultimately leads to a more genuine and conscious way of living. Though challenging, it creates the foundation for all future spiritual growth and self-discovery. Every question asked with sincere intention moves us closer to our authentic path, even if the answers aren't immediately apparent. Stage 3. Seeking and discovery. The journey of spiritual awakening naturally leads us into an intensive period of seeking and discovery. After questioning our existing beliefs and understanding, we feel drawn to explore various spiritual paths and teachings that might provide answers to our deepest questions. This stage is characterized by an insatiable thirst for knowledge and understanding, often leading us to investigate different religious traditions, philosophical systems, and spiritual practices. During this phase, many people find themselves drawn to spiritual books, workshops, retreats, and various teachers or mentors. This exploration is not just about gathering information. It's about finding resonance with teachings that speak to our souls. You might find yourself exploring meditation, yoga, energy healing, shamanic practices, or other ancient wisdom traditions. Each exploration adds another piece to your spiritual puzzle, helping you understand yourself and the universe more deeply. Finding authentic teachers and mentors becomes crucial during this stage. These guides can help navigate the vast spiritual landscape and provide context for your experiences. However, it's essential to maintain discernment when choosing teachers. True spiritual mentors encourage you to find your own truth rather than creating dependency. They serve as mirrors, reflecting your own wisdom back to you rather than positioning themselves as ultimate authorities. As you explore different spiritual paths, you'll likely begin developing your own spiritual practices. These might include meditation, prayer, energy work, or ritual practices that resonate with your personal journey. These practices become anchors in your daily life, helping you maintain connection with your spiritual essence and continue your growth. Through consistent practice, you begin to experience firsthand the truths that originally drew you to the spiritual path. The seeking stage often involves connecting with like-minded individuals and spiritual communities. These connections can provide support, validation, and opportunities for shared learning. Many find that discussing spiritual experiences with others who understand helps integrate new insights and perspectives. However, it's important to remember that while community support is valuable, your spiritual journey remains deeply personal and unique. During this phase, you might experience moments of profound insight alternating with periods of confusion or doubt. This is natural and part of the process. Each exploration, whether it leads to adoption or rejection of certain teachings, helps refine your understanding and brings you closer to your authentic path. The key is to remain open while maintaining healthy skepticism, allowing your inner wisdom to guide you toward what truly resonates. The seeking stage also involves learning to balance enthusiasm with discernment. While it's natural to want to explore everything at once, it's important to give yourself time to integrate new practices and insights. Some seekers become overwhelmed by the vast array of spiritual options available, leading to what some call spiritual shopping, jumping from one practice or teacher to another without deeply engaging with any of them. True spiritual growth requires dedication and patience. This stage of seeking and discovery serves as a crucial foundation for deeper spiritual development. Through exploration and practice, you begin to develop your own spiritual toolkit, the practices, perspectives, and understanding that will support your continued growth. The knowledge and experiences gained during this phase help prepare you for the deeper transformational work that lies ahead in your spiritual journey. Seeking is not about finding perfect answers or the ultimate truth, but about discovering what resonates with your own inner knowing. As you explore different paths and practices, pay attention to what feels authentic and true for you, rather than what others say you should believe or practice. This period of exploration helps you develop the discrimination and inner guidance that will serve you throughout your spiritual journey. Stage 4. Physical and emotional purification. As we progress through our spiritual awakening journey, we reach a crucial phase where our physical body and emotional landscape undergo significant transformation. This stage of purification is both challenging and liberating, as we begin to experience profound energy shifts and face stored trauma that needs healing. During this phase, many people report unusual physical sensations as their body adjusts to higher vibrational frequencies. You might experience tingling sensations, spontaneous body movements, changes in sleeping patterns, or shifts in dietary preferences. Your body naturally begins to reject what no longer serves its elevated state, whether that's certain foods, environments, or lifestyle habits. These changes, while sometimes uncomfortable, are signs that your physical vessel is aligning with your expanding consciousness. The emotional aspects of purification can be particularly intense. As your awareness grows, suppressed emotions and unresolved trauma begin to surface. You might find yourself crying unexpectedly, feeling waves of anxiety, or experiencing sudden bursts of anger about past events. These emotions aren't new. They've been stored in your body, waiting to be acknowledged and released. Think of it as a spiritual detox, where emotional toxins must be cleared for deeper healing to occur. The connection between body and mind becomes increasingly apparent during this stage. You start to notice how emotional states affect your physical well-being and vice versa. Perhaps you observe how stress manifests as tension in your shoulders, or how unprocessed grief creates heaviness in your chest. This awareness allows you to approach healing holistically, understanding that emotional liberation often leads to physical relief. Many awakening individuals discover that their bodies hold wisdom they never knew existed. Through practices like yoga, breathwork, or somatic experiencing, you begin to access this bodily intelligence. You might find that gentle movement helps process emotions, or that specific breathing patterns can shift your energy state. This stage teaches us to honor our bodies as sacred vessels for consciousness, rather than viewing them as separate from our spiritual journey. Energy shifts during this phase can be dramatic. You might become more sensitive to external energies, feeling drained in certain environments or around specific people. Learning to manage and protect your energy becomes essential. Regular energy clearing practices, such as salt baths, sage smudging, or spending time in nature, help maintain energetic hygiene during this sensitive period. The healing of past trauma is a significant aspect of this purification stage. As your consciousness expands, you gain new perspectives on past experiences, allowing for deeper understanding and forgiveness. This might involve revisiting childhood wounds, processing relationship patterns, or addressing generational trauma. While this process can be challenging, it's essential for creating space for new growth and higher awareness. Through this purification process, you develop a more intimate relationship with your physical and emotional being. You learn to listen to your body's signals, honor your emotional needs, and create healthy boundaries. This stage isn't about achieving perfection, but rather about creating harmony between your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects. As you move through this phase, you'll notice a lightness of being, increased vitality, and a deeper sense of wholeness that comes from addressing and healing these fundamental aspects of your existence. Stage 5. Finding your truth. The journey of spiritual awakening inevitably leads to a profound stage where you begin to discover and embrace your personal truth. This phase marks a significant shift from external seeking to internal knowing, as your intuition becomes increasingly refined and reliable. Your inner compass starts to guide you with greater clarity, helping you distinguish between societal conditioning and your authentic wisdom. Developing intuition is a natural process that unfolds as you spend more time in self-reflection and meditation. You begin to notice subtle energetic signals, gut feelings, and inner promptings that guide you toward alignment with your highest good. These intuitive messages might come through dreams, synchronicities, physical sensations, or simple knowing. The key is learning to trust these signals and act upon them, even when they seem to contradict conventional wisdom or others' expectations. Connecting with your higher self becomes more accessible during this stage. Your higher self represents your most expanded consciousness, the part of you that holds profound wisdom and maintains a broader perspective on your life journey. This connection often feels like accessing a vast library of knowledge that was always within you, but previously inaccessible. Through regular communion with your higher self, you gain clarity about your life purpose, relationships, and the choices that serve your highest evolution. The distinction between personal truth and collective beliefs becomes increasingly apparent during this stage. You might find yourself naturally releasing beliefs that no longer resonate, even if they're widely accepted by your family, culture, or society. This doesn't mean rejecting all conventional wisdom, but rather developing discernment about what truly aligns with your inner knowing. You begin to understand that truth can be both relative and absolute, personal and universal. During this phase, you might experience moments of profound clarity where complex life questions suddenly become simple. The answers you seek arise naturally from within, rather than requiring external validation or approval. You might find yourself making decisions that others don't understand, but that feel deeply right to you. This growing trust in your inner guidance system brings a sense of peace and confidence, even when facing life's challenges. Your relationship with uncertainty also transforms during this stage. Instead of seeking absolute certainty before taking action, you learn to navigate life with a balance of intuitive wisdom and practical consideration. You understand that your truth can evolve as you grow, and what feels true today might shift as you continue to expand your consciousness. The process of finding your truth often involves periods of solitude and contemplation. You might feel drawn to spend more time in nature, journaling, or engaging in creative activities that help you access your inner wisdom. These moments of connection with yourself become precious opportunities for clarity and alignment. As you embrace your personal truth, relationships may shift. Some connections might naturally fall away while others deepen. You attract people who respect and support your authentic expression, and you become more capable of maintaining healthy boundaries with those who don't. This stage often brings a new level of authenticity to all your interactions, as you feel less need to conform to others' expectations or hide aspects of yourself. Finding your truth is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of discovery and refinement. Each experience becomes an opportunity to deepen your connection with your inner wisdom and express your authentic self more fully in the world. Your truth becomes your foundation, guiding you through life's challenges and opportunities with growing confidence and clarity. 7. Stage 6. Integration. Integration marks a profound phase in the spiritual awakening journey where the ethereal and material worlds begin to merge seamlessly in your experience. This stage represents the beautiful dance between living as a spiritual being while fully embracing your human existence. The previous stages have prepared you for this moment of harmonious integration, where spiritual insights naturally flow into daily life decisions and actions. During integration, you start recognizing that spirituality isn't separate from your everyday experiences. The morning commute becomes an opportunity for mindfulness workplace challenges. Transform into chances for practicing compassion, and family dynamics serve as mirrors for deeper self-reflection. You no longer need to retreat to a meditation cushion or sacred space to feel connected to your spiritual nature. It permeates every aspect of your life. Living authentically becomes less of a conscious effort and more of a natural state of being. You find yourself speaking your truth without fear, making choices aligned with your values, and responding to situations from a place of inner wisdom rather than reactive patterns. The integration stage helps you understand that authenticity isn't about being perfect. It's about being real, embracing both your human limitations and divine potential. Practical spirituality emerges as you learn to apply spiritual principles to mundane situations. Financial decisions become exercises in abundance, consciousness, and trust. Relationship conflicts transform into opportunities for practicing unconditional love and boundaries. Career choices align with your soul's purpose rather than solely material gains. You begin to see that every moment offers a chance to express your spiritual nature in practical ways. The integration phase also brings a deeper understanding of balance. You recognize that being spiritual doesn't mean rejecting material comfort or worldly success. Instead, it's about bringing consciousness to how you engage with the material world. You might still enjoy nice things, but your attachment to them dissolves. You can pursue goals and ambitions while maintaining inner peace and trusting divine timing. One of the most beautiful aspects of integration is the natural dissolution of the barrier between sacred and secular. Cooking dinner becomes a moving meditation, cleaning your home transforms into an act of creating sacred space, and conversations with strangers reveal themselves as divine appointments. Every person becomes your teacher, every challenge your guru, and every moment an opportunity for spiritual practice. During this stage, you may notice that your presence naturally affects others. Without trying to change anyone, your integrated way of being inspires positive shifts in those around you. Your calm during crisis, compassion during conflict, and joy during ordinary moments create ripples of transformation in your environment. You become a living example of practical spirituality without needing to preach or convert others. The integration stage also brings a deeper appreciation for the human experience. Rather than trying to transcend your humanity, you embrace it as the perfect vehicle for spiritual expression. Physical pleasures, emotional experiences, and worldly achievements are no longer seen as obstacles to spirituality, but as opportunities to express divine love and consciousness in form. As you move through this stage, remember that integration is an ongoing process. Some days will flow more smoothly than others, and that's perfectly natural. The key is maintaining awareness and gentle acceptance of wherever you are in the process, knowing that each moment offers a fresh opportunity to bridge heaven and earth in your unique way. Stage 7. Service and Purpose. The final stage of spiritual awakening brings forth a profound transformation where the individual naturally transitions from self-focused growth to serving others and living their divine purpose. This shift occurs organically as one realizes that personal evolution and collective advancement are deeply interconnected. The awakened being understands that their journey wasn't solely for their benefit, but was preparation for their role in uplifting humanity. When we reach this stage, we experience an overwhelming desire to share our wisdom and insights with others. This sharing comes from a place of pure love and compassion, without ego attachment or the need for recognition. We understand that our experiences, challenges, and breakthroughs weren't random events, but rather carefully orchestrated lessons that equipped us with the exact knowledge needed to assist others on their paths. Living your mission becomes effortless at this stage because you've aligned with your soul's purpose. You no longer question your direction or struggle with decisions about your life's work. Instead, opportunities to serve naturally present themselves, and you find yourself precisely where you need to be to make the most impact. This might manifest as becoming a spiritual teacher, healer, writer, artist, or simply being a compassionate presence in your daily interactions. Supporting others takes many forms in this stage. Sometimes it means actively teaching or mentoring, while other times it's simply holding space for someone's growth process. You recognize that everyone is on their unique journey, and your role isn't to force awakening or push your understanding onto others. Instead, you become a lighthouse, steadily shining your light and allowing others to find their way to you when they're ready. The beauty of this stage lies in its reciprocal nature. As you serve others, you continue to grow and evolve. Each person you assist offers new perspectives and insights that deepen your own understanding. You realize that teaching is learning and giving is receiving. This creates a beautiful cycle of continuous growth and service that enriches both the giver and receiver. During this stage, you also develop an acute awareness of timing and divine orchestration. You understand when to step forward and when to step back, when to speak and when to remain silent. This wisdom comes from deep, intuitive knowing and trust in the universal flow. You recognize that sometimes the greatest service is simply being present and holding space for others to find their own answers. An important aspect of this stage is maintaining your own spiritual practices while serving others. Regular meditation, self-reflection, and energy maintenance become even more crucial as you work with others. These practices help you stay grounded, clear, and energetically balanced while supporting others through their transformations. The service you provide at this stage often extends beyond individual interactions. You might feel called to create programs, write books, start organizations, or initiate movements that serve the collective awakening of humanity. Your actions ripple out into the world, creating positive change in ways you might never directly witness. You trust in the interconnected nature of all things and know that every act of service contributes to the elevation of collective consciousness. This stage of awakening brings profound fulfillment as you witness the transformation in others and experience the joy of living in alignment with your soul's purpose. You understand that this is not the end of your journey, but rather the beginning of a new chapter where personal growth and service to others become beautifully intertwined. Common challenges and solutions. The spiritual awakening journey, while deeply transformative and beautiful, comes with its unique set of challenges that every seeker encounters. One of the most prevalent challenges is spiritual bypassing, a tendency to use spiritual practices and beliefs to avoid dealing with unresolved emotional issues or life challenges. This manifests when individuals mask their pain with spiritual concepts, claiming everything is love and light while suppressing genuine emotions and necessary healing work. To overcome spiritual bypassing, it's essential to acknowledge and feel all emotions, even the uncomfortable ones, while maintaining a balanced spiritual perspective. Ego resistance represents another significant hurdle on the spiritual path. The ego, which has been our primary identity throughout life, naturally resists the transformation that comes with awakening. It fights to maintain control through fear, doubt, and judgment. Many experience intense periods of self-doubt, questioning whether their spiritual experiences are real or if they're merely deluding themselves. This resistance can manifest as procrastination in spiritual practices, sudden skepticism, or even complete abandonment of the spiritual journey. Working with ego resistance requires patience, compassion, and the understanding that the ego isn't an enemy to be destroyed, but a part of us to be integrated and transformed. Maintaining balance emerges as a crucial challenge, particularly in today's fast-paced world. Many awakening individuals struggle to bridge their spiritual experiences with everyday responsibilities. They might find it difficult to engage in regular work, relationships, or social activities while experiencing profound spiritual shifts. Some become so absorbed in their spiritual journey that they neglect practical life matters, leading to financial difficulties or strained relationships. The key lies in finding harmony between spiritual growth and worldly responsibilities, understanding that true spirituality enhances rather than escapes everyday life. The intensity of energy, shifts, and physical symptoms can also be overwhelming. Many experience unexplained physical sensations, changes in sleep patterns, dietary preferences, and energy levels. These changes can be disorienting and might even lead to seeking medical help, only to find that conventional medicine cannot explain or address these spiritually rooted phenomena. Understanding these experiences as natural parts of the awakening process helps in navigating them with greater ease. Social isolation often accompanies spiritual awakening as individuals find themselves unable to relate to old friends and family members who don't share their new perspectives. The challenge lies in maintaining meaningful connections while honoring one's spiritual growth. This might involve finding new spiritual communities while compassionately maintaining existing relationships, even if they evolve into different forms. Another significant challenge is the integration of expanded awareness into daily life. After profound spiritual experiences or insights, returning to ordinary consciousness can feel jarring and even depressing. Many struggle with the contrast between peak spiritual states and normal awareness, leading to a constant seeking of higher experiences, rather than finding peace in the present moment. The solution lies in understanding that awakening isn't about constantly maintaining elevated states, but about bringing presence and awareness to every moment, regardless of its apparent spiritual significance. Time management becomes crucial as spiritual practices compete with daily responsibilities. Creating a sustainable spiritual routine that fits within one's lifestyle prevents the practice from becoming another source of stress. This might mean shorter but consistent meditation sessions, mindful moments throughout the day, or combining spiritual practice with daily activities like walking or cooking. Tools for the journey. The spiritual awakening journey requires various tools and practices to help navigate the transformative process. While each person's path is unique, certain fundamental practices have proven invaluable across cultures and traditions. Meditation stands as one of the most powerful tools available, offering a direct pathway to heightened awareness and inner peace. Through meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts without attachment, creating space between our conscious awareness and the constant stream of mental activity. This separation allows us to recognize our true nature beyond the thinking mind. Basic meditation can begin with simple breath awareness, focusing attention on the natural rhythm of inhalation and exhalation. As this practice deepens, one might explore various techniques such as loving kindness meditation, which cultivates compassion for oneself and others, or vipassana, which develops insight through detailed observation of bodily sensations and mental phenomena. These practices gradually reshape our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. Journaling serves as another essential tool, providing a sacred space to process experiences, track patterns, and gain clarity about our inner landscape. Through written reflection, we can explore our dreams, document synchronicities, and work through emotional challenges. The act of putting thoughts onto paper often reveals insights that might otherwise remain hidden in the recesses of our minds. Regular journaling can also help identify recurring themes in our spiritual journey and track our growth over time. Energy work encompasses various practices that help us understand and work with subtle energies in and around us. This might include practices like yoga, qigong, or reiki, which facilitate the flow of life force energy through our physical and subtle bodies. These modalities help clear energetic blockages, balance our chakras, and maintain optimal vitality. Regular energy work can enhance our sensitivity to subtle energies and strengthen our ability to maintain energetic boundaries. Sound healing represents another powerful tool, utilizing vibration to affect consciousness and promote healing. This can include chanting mantras, using singing bowls, or participating in sound baths. The vibrations of sacred sounds can help entrain our brain waves to more peaceful states and facilitate deep relaxation and healing. Many find that specific frequencies and tones resonate with different aspects of their being, offering unique pathways to transformation. Nature connection practices provide grounding and perspective throughout the awakening journey. Spending time in natural settings, whether through hiking, gardening, or simply sitting quietly in a park, helps realign our energy with the Earth's natural rhythms. This connection reminds us of our place within the greater web of life and can offer profound healing and insights. Ritual and ceremony create sacred space for transformation and celebration of our journey. These might be simple daily practices like lighting a candle before meditation or more elaborate ceremonies marking significant milestones in our spiritual development. Creating personalized rituals helps anchor our intentions and provide structure for our spiritual practice. Oracle cards, crystals, and other divination tools can serve as bridges between our conscious minds and deeper wisdom. While these tools shouldn't be relied upon exclusively, they can offer fresh perspectives and prompt meaningful reflection. The key is to approach them as aids for accessing our own inner knowing rather than external sources of absolute truth. As we work with these various tools, it's important to remain flexible and discover what resonates most deeply with our individual path. Some tools may serve us for a season and then naturally fall away as we evolve. Others might become lifetime companions in our spiritual practice. The most effective approach is to experiment mindfully, noticing what brings us closer to our authentic selves and supports our continued growth. Living as an awakened being. Living as an awakened being requires dedication, presence, and a continuous commitment to growth and self-awareness. The journey doesn't end with awakening. It transforms into a daily practice of embodying higher consciousness in every aspect of life. This new way of being brings profound changes to how we interact with ourselves, others, and the world around us. The foundation of living as an awakened being starts with maintaining a strong morning practice. This sacred time sets the tone for the entire day, allowing us to center ourselves and connect with our higher consciousness before engaging with the external world. This might include meditation, prayer, movement practices like yoga or qigong, or simply sitting in silence with your morning tea. The specific practice matters less than the consistency and intention behind it. Throughout the day, awakened living manifests through moment-to-moment awareness. This means bringing mindful attention to every action, from washing dishes to participating in important meetings. When we operate from this space of presence, we naturally respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and compassion. We become less reactive and more responsive, creating space between stimulus and response where our highest wisdom can emerge. Relationships take on new depth and meaning when living as an awakened being. We learn to see beyond surface, level interactions, and recognize the divine essence in everyone we encounter. This shift in perception naturally leads to more authentic connections, deeper empathy, and the ability to hold space for others without becoming entangled in their dramas or taking on their emotional energy. Another crucial aspect of awakened living is maintaining energetic hygiene. This involves regular practices to clear and balance our energy field, such as spending time in nature, taking salt baths, or engaging in energy healing practices. Just as we shower to cleanse our physical body, we need to cleanse our energetic body to maintain clarity and alignment with our highest truth. Work and creative pursuits become expressions of divine service rather than mere obligations. When we approach our daily tasks from an awakened state, we infuse them with presence and purpose. This might mean bringing more consciousness to how we communicate with colleagues, making decisions from a place of alignment rather than fear, or allowing our creative expressions to flow from a space of connection with source energy. The awakened being understands the importance of self-care and boundaries. This isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining the energy and clarity needed to serve others effectively. Learning to say no to what doesn't align with our highest good becomes natural, as does prioritizing practices that nourish our body, mind, and spirit. Integration of shadow aspects continues even after awakening. Rather than seeking to eliminate our perceived flaws or negative patterns, we learn to embrace them with compassion and understanding. This ongoing process of shadow work helps us maintain authenticity and prevents spiritual bypassing or toxic positivity. Living as an awakened being also means staying humble and open to continuous learning. True awakening brings the recognition that there is always more to discover, more to heal, and more to integrate. We remain students of life, approaching each day with curiosity and wonder, ready to receive new insights and understandings. The path of awakened living is both profound and practical. It's about bringing heaven to earth, embodying our highest spiritual understanding in our everyday actions and choices. Through consistent practice and dedication to presence, we create a life that reflects our inner awakening and serves as a light for others on their own spiritual journey. Beyond awakening. Spiritual awakening is not a destination, but rather an eternal journey of expansion and evolution. Once you've moved through the primary stages of awakening, you enter a realm of infinite possibilities where your consciousness continues to expand in ways you might never have imagined. This chapter explores what lies beyond the initial awakening experience and how to navigate the profound depths of spiritual evolution. The journey beyond awakening often brings an understanding that consciousness itself is limitless. You may begin to experience states of awareness that transcend traditional spiritual concepts where the boundaries between self and universe become increasingly permeable. Many individuals report experiencing moments of pure unity consciousness where they directly perceive the interconnected nature of all existence. These experiences aren't just philosophical concepts, but lived realities that fundamentally transform how you interact with the world. Advanced spiritual concepts become more accessible and experiential rather than theoretical. You might find yourself naturally understanding quantum physics principles or ancient mystical teachings that previously seemed incomprehensible. The universe begins to reveal its deeper mechanics, not through intellectual study, but through direct perception and knowing. You may discover that time is not linear, that multiple dimensions exist simultaneously, and that consciousness creates reality in ways that challenge conventional understanding. Your relationship with existence transforms into something more intimate and profound. Instead of seeking experiences or trying to achieve specific states, you become a conscious participant in the universal dance of creation. Many people at this stage report spontaneous abilities emerging, such as enhanced intuition, telepathic experiences, or the ability to facilitate healing in others. These abilities aren't goals to be pursued, but natural expressions of expanded consciousness. The future holds endless possibilities for human spiritual evolution. As more individuals awaken and reach these advanced stages, we may witness a collective shift in human consciousness. This shift could manifest as new forms of communication, enhanced abilities to interact with other dimensions, or ways of living that better reflect our true nature as spiritual beings. Some individuals report experiencing glimpses of potential future human capabilities, including direct energy transmission, conscious creation, and harmonious coexistence with all life forms. Yet with these expanded states comes great responsibility. Those who venture beyond initial awakening often feel called to serve as bridges between different levels of consciousness. This might involve helping others navigate their awakening journey, working to heal collective trauma, or contributing to the evolution of human consciousness in unique ways. The focus shifts from personal transformation to collective elevation, though this happens naturally rather than from a sense of obligation. Advanced states of awakening also bring a deeper understanding of the cosmic play of consciousness. You might discover that even the most challenging aspects of human experience serve a divine purpose in the grand tapestry of existence. This understanding doesn't create detachment from human experience, but rather allows for fuller participation in life while maintaining awareness of its ultimate nature. The path beyond awakening requires constant openness to new possibilities and willingness to let go of any fixed ideas about spirituality or enlightenment. Each moment brings fresh opportunities for expansion and deeper understanding. The journey becomes less about reaching specific milestones and more about flowing with the natural evolution of consciousness itself. As you continue to explore these advanced realms, remember that every step reveals new horizons, and the mystery of existence continues to unfold in ever more beautiful and unexpected ways.